These are the eternal ones. What are we? Where do we come from? Why are we here? Where are we going? I have no idea. I have no idea. But on my expeditions around Africa and the time I've spent with various people, one thing I have learned is that in order to survive on this planet, we need water, food, and fire. And we spend a hell of a lot of money making sure that we've got it. Yet, with all this money spent on kitchens and remodeling, we all love cooking outdoors and on fire. And that includes presidents, prime ministers, and princes. And it's a man thing. Men cook outdoors on fire. This is man time, serious man time. And even the most royal of us, sadly, are not immune to coughing and spluttering and choking when that smoke gets out of hand. Recent findings: smoke from cooking fires is found to be the largest environmental threat to health in the world today. Professor Kirk Smith on the Global Disease Report. The reality is that 3 billion people around the world cook on open fires. We're hearing about the 3 billion that are moving up into the middle classes. What about the 3 billion that are cooking on open fires every day of their lives? 4 million people die every year of breathing in the smoke, and 50% of them are children under 5. And in Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, the cooking on open fires or three-stone fires are normally done primarily in the house. This is why they suffer. But it has come to the notice of the great and the good, and they are doing something, and they're committing some serious money, 50 million, still small in what we're considering, but it has spurred design in the north. And Africa, sadly, is littered with the bones of white elephants designed in Europe. And it doesn't work. But since Hillary's commitment to it, lots of other powerful women and celebrities are climbing on board and supporting the idea and realizing we've got to do something. And it has spurred a myriad of other designs. But most of these efforts have failed. Too much emphasis has gone on technology and too little consulting with the women who actually do the cooking. Speak to the people who really do the work. Moreover, the technology that might work well in the lab just fails out in the field. Absolutely, and I've seen it over and over and over again, up and down. Our project, Village Impact, we work in Africa now with a very big focus in Malawi. In fact, my son over there filming just returned last week with his 2nd dose of malaria, and my other son is still there after 2 years and he's on his 5th dose of malaria, but that's the price you pay for trying to do things. We spoke to the woman and said, what do you want to do about this fire? They said, we want a kitchen just like you people have, and we want the fire outside of the house. Right, so Mopikira is a Malawi Checho word for kitchen. My other son Jonathan, he, with some frugal innovation, listened to the people, got away from these single pot high-tech things. The woman said they wanted to cook 3 pots of food at the same time, and they wanted it stable. So we replaced the 3-stone fire with a 3-pot fire. And we used 70% less wood and 90% less smoke. But in order to prevent this happening, because I was there just a few months ago with Gareth and Jonathan, and too many children on their mothers' backs still fall over into burning fire. Boom. So back to the kitchen Mopikira project, and so we've had a look at it, and with more consultation with the people, and for less than half the price of the barbecue that Obama gave David Cameron last year, we can build an entire kitchen to their spec for what they want, but with a raised stove. The town in this village is off-grid. Everything we do is off-grid. It's raised. We have a super way of heating heating water with residual heat, so you've got hot water, you've got water filters, and we're using old technology, Arabian with the desert fridge, which will keep foods, average salads, tomatoes, fresh for like 3-4 weeks, as opposed to 2 or 3 days. We also supplemented with a micro planting irrigation scheme for fruit and vegetables. We have a tree planting scheme. And when we complete this particular project in Bolera Village, it comprises of 2,000 people. We still have a surrounding 25,000 to go. But the village impact per year will save 13,500 trees. We will plant 3,500 extra. We will save 766,000 hours because so much time is spent by women fetching, carrying water and wood. We'll create jobs, we'll remove nearly 3,500 tons of CO2, we'll improve the health, we'll empower women, and we'll save $30,000 normally spent on alcohol, and wood can be spent on education and micro-enterprise. It's also part of our community development project, which is based on our 5 pillars, which you can see up there, comprises of addressing water, food, energy, education, and enterprise, with responsibility as the foundation and sustainability as the effect, the roof at the top. The first phase is already complete. This was last month. Also using waste as decoration of these old bottle tops in the community centre. It's part of that one that you saw there. This is now the first phase. And in fact, next week I start engaging 90 second-year students at Reading University who are management, construction and engineering students, and they are getting involved with our project there for the whole of 2014 to develop that. So my final burning question in closing, does this project light your fire? If it does, come and join us, get stuck in, we'll have a great time in Africa. Thank you.